Hi, everybody. Ralph here. I went to IHRSA last week, spent the day on Thursday, had a great time. Great to see all the energy and just how positive it was there. So, I wanted to share a few of my highlights from the day. First, started off the day going to the MyZone breakfast, which is an annual thing. I really enjoy going. Always great information, great to see the people there. So, I went to that first thing. Then I went to the keynote. That was Mark Mastroff that day. So I went to that, and then I spent the afternoon at the trade show. And I wanted to share with you some of the cool things that I saw at the trade show. So disclaimer, these aren't the only things, right? There was a lot of cool stuff there, but I'm just going to highlight three. Sure, I missed some things. One thing we always enjoy doing, right, when we come back from IHRSA is debriefing and spending some time talking about what we want to do or what we could do or what we want to plan for the future, right? That's part of the point of going. So that's a little bit of the spirit of this list for you, is that just kind of get started on the conversation of, hey, what were the follow-up items available? So the first one I want to talk about is the EGym new member integration, their kiosk. Could be self-guided, could be gone through with a trainer. I went through the whole thing from start to finish. A young man named Lawson did a great job taking me through. Did the whole wristband thing because I wanted to just understand how they were doing that, because we know how important integration is in our industry for profitability, right? Retention, it all goes together. So the better we can do on the integration standpoint, definitely worth the investment, especially if we can pick up a couple, 3-5 points of retention down the road. So went through it. I really liked how you could personalize it and customize it to the member depending on their likes and dislikes, while still keeping it a very clean, repeatable, trainable process that you could brand and you could be sure that your people could repeat it from person to person. So I thought that they did a really nice job with that. I went through and I did the strength test on each piece and then did a set, and it did a really nice job of setting me up. And I think for a new member, that would be a really great place for them to get started. And I think, with for the gym owner, being able to kind of scale into the program, your level of personal training commitment, whether you have it or you don't have it, or it's really important or not that important, you can work that into that training process, that onboarding process. So you can complement it or play it up or play it down as you like, which is another nice customizable feature for the gym owner. So I thought that was really great. I thought they did a very nice job with that. I did try to go through the Techno Gym one. It was too busy. There wasn't anybody available to take me through. But I'm hoping at some point I'm going to be able to check that out because it did look very interesting. And I watched a little bit of the demo that they had going on there. So it looks pretty cool. So they always do a nice job with things. Second is came from the MyZone breakfast, but also then too, I went over to the booth and talked to Mike a little bit more about it. And they've created an integration, a direct integration from your Apple Watch into MyZone. So you can get MEPs now without having to wear a heart rate strap. You can use the heart rate monitor that is on your watch, and then that will calculate into the app. So you can get MEPs without having your strap on or the wrist thing, which is okay. So I thought about it. It's like, okay, that's kind of novel, but why is this? What's the use case on this? I started thinking about it and then talking to the people there. Obviously, they had some really good ideas too. The MyZone people did. And first one, obvious, right? I forgot my chest strap. I get to the gym. I'm not going to get my MEPs. Well, now you can, right? You just log in. Super easy to get it set up. It only took them a couple minutes to do it, and they've got a step-by-step process on how you can do it yourself. So super easy. But so you no longer, you forgot your chest strap, you no longer lose the MEPs from that workout. So that's easy, right? That's first one. The second one is, and I experienced this not too long ago, the workout ends up being harder than you thought it was going to be, and you wish you had your strap on. I was out on a hike with my wife, and I thought it was going to be kind of just a chill deal. It ended up being a very difficult hike. And I was bummed I didn't have my strap on because I got my heart rate up into the zone. So had I had my watch application at that point, I could have just clicked it on and started. I could have earned some MEPs from that hike. So things are a little bit harder than you thought, boom, put it on, you're ready to go. Or maybe you find yourself in an unexpected situation. So that was another one. And then the other one, I think, again, on the new member integration is it takes a lot of the friction out for a new member, right? Having to wear the strap, whether it's the discomfort or remembering, new habit, right? So that you can get them into the MyZone MEP earning gamification environment without them having to remember their strap all the time, which could be difficult for new people. And we do hear a lot of people complain about the comfort of it, especially women trying to figure out how to wear it and all that stuff. So I think it's a great way to get people started and can keep people moving and keep them in the right direction by having this integration. So very cool. Would encourage everybody to keep looking at that. The third one is Life Fitness. I went over there, checked out all the equipment, got on the bike, and yeah, I'm a bike guy. I like bikes. So I typically tend to migrate towards trying the bikes. And you know what I found, what was really interesting is that their new bike that they have for the floor with the big TV console, they really did a nice job of redoing it. And I'm not sure how long it's been out, but man, this thing was great. It was, I mean, the big difference was you could stand up and mash on this thing like a studio cycle, and it was completely comfortable. I mean, the bike was stable, but you didn't get that sort of slipping like you do a lot of times on floor bikes, on fitness floor bikes. And it felt really good. And I mashed it pretty hard a couple of times. And being able to shift gears with on the console was really easy. So I think it's a really nice sort of beginning point for having a bike that can be in a couple different places, or could satisfy the people who want to do a little more of a studio bike ride on the fitness floor without having to have different bikes out. The watt graph that they have incorporated in that was really good. So a lot of good stats for cycle people, but then all the basic